is Paul Davis. I'm with Plantastic Plant Products, and we've put this video together to give you a little bit of an understanding, a better understanding of how plant hormones are used in the growing industry. First of all, hormones are organic molecules produced by plants and transported to the site of action, where they control, stimulate, inhibit, or alter in one way or another the plant's development. So the term growth regulators, which is what our products are, encompass not only the naturally occurring plant hormones, but also the hundreds of synthetic organic compounds found today that can exert profound regulatory effects on growth. So let's start off. Auxins, cytokinins, and gibberellins. And you're not going to have to remember all those names, but those are the principal growth promoting hormones. Auxins promote rooting, leaf and fruit retention, and directional growth. Cytokinins promote active cell mitosis or cell division, ion transport, and support general vigor of the plant. Now, auxins and cytokinins have, in general, been implicated in favoring feminization in cannabis in particular, and other plants. Gibberellic acid is also a very powerful growth promoter because it increases the internodal spacing in the plant. Gibberellic acid also promotes flowering, heavily promotes flowering, and that's why it's used so extensively in the ornamental plant industry. But we've found that in cannabis, the flowering plants are invariably males. It's not a good thing. So that's pretty much an understanding of the whole hormone process of plants. By far, the most important class of hormones during the flowering process, whether internally produced or exogenously applied or sprayed on the plant externally, is ethylene. Ethylene is a gaseous hormone implicated in the flowering and ripening stages of nearly all fruits. Now, ethylene is a pure female hormone, and when it's applied on cannabis, when the plant is changing from its vegetative to its flowering state, it will cause that plant to become, or that flower to become a female flower, regardless of the plant's genetic structure. So it doesn't make any difference whether it's a male plant or a female plant. If you bathe that bud site in ethylene gas at the right time, it will produce a female flower on the male plant. So that way you increase your production. This is a simple process with Sensa-Spray. You spray it on the plant at the right time in the life cycle, and as the spray begins to decompose, it throws off pure ethylene gas, and that's what bathes the bud and turns the bud into a female flower. PowerBloom is a growth retardant, and of the growth promoting hormones, auxins, which I talked about in the first video, promotes directional growth. Auxins migrate to the growing tip to aid in the active cell division and promotes elongation of the plant. So basically the plants grow from the tip. This growing tip is called the apical meristem. Okay? So if you manually manipulate your plants, you are toying with the hormones in the plants. So if you pinch the growing tip, which is something that a lot of growers do as a method to promote bushier, shorter plants, the auxins will no longer be concentrated there. Obviously, you've pinched them off. But they will migrate equally into the new growing tips, which are below the cut, which in cannabis are your first set of laterals below the cut. Also, having removed the focal point for the auxins in your plant, more of it is available to migrate into all of the side branches or the lateral branches to increase the whole lateral branching process. And that's really what happens when you pinch the plants. This whole process can be overdone, however. As the plant grows, it starts manufacturing floral hormones in preparation for the time of flowering. And if you prune too severely just before plant flowering induction, you'll be taking away the floral hormones, which will have to regroup and reconcentrate. And so you won't get the kind of flowering that you're looking for. So there are quite a number of growth retardants available commercially. PowerBloom and an old product called Alar are probably the only ones proven to be safe for use with edibles and consumable plants. All the others are used for ornamentals, pretty much only. Growth retardants are essentially used to chemically pinch the growing tip of your plant. So it blocks the auxins, just like when you pinch it, from the growing tip and forces them into the laterals. So again, you get your shorter, bushier plants with more laterals. Also, PowerBloom, which is a synthetic dimenazide, contains indole acetic acid. Indole acetic acid kind of reacts in the plant very much like gibberellic acid does. Indole acetic acid is a hormone that promotes flowering. So you have the retardant, which inhibits the growth tip, which gives you a shorter, bushier plant, and now you have also the stimulation of more flowering sites and bigger, more robust flowers. So that's pretty much how PowerBloom works. So that's it. It's pretty simple. If you have any questions, feel free to peruse our website. There's a lot of great information on there, and buy our products.